It's three girls right now. Off the top of my head, I can name.
Horrible.
I could probably name them too because you probably mentioned them numerous times.
Damn sure I have.
One of them you mentioned in the podcast.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop saying the name.
Yeah, she definitely one of them. Baby mother status too.
Oh Lord.
Nah, I wouldn't get nobody. I wouldn't get nobody pregnant. Yeah.
I think I mean that. Like, no.
I would.
I wouldn't. Would you go back? Like, you made it big. You going back?
Yeah.
I'm not petty like that. I don't care.
Man, you ain't seen me fucking with LeBron last night.
Like, I wouldn't even use like my celebrity status as a means to an end.
I couldn't do it. Like, it'd be a missed opportunity. If you didn't want to mess with me before I made it, it's okay.
I would just to go have sex.
No,
I mean, just like three girls. Just three.
I mean,
no.
it's
I don't care if it's like that. See that quality over there. No, I'm taking. I'm down with that quality. No, if you didn't want me before I made it, I'm good. You passed on me. Remember that.
That would for me. It messes up the relationship aspect of things. But as far as like me having sex, I need that.
Yeah,
I still need that.
I don't give a damn about the sex. That's the problem.
Yeah,
like, I don't give a damn about it. I prefer to be in a monogamous relationship as the way. I'm not gonna be a whole 100% prude and shit. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not doing anything till marriage and shit. No, I'm not that type of motherfucker. But more than likely, I'll be more than likely to like jump into a relationship with somebody and then at least try.
Right.
Even though I have my options open for others. Like it's so many people who can be in relationships and just be like, you know what? This is probably the end all be all. I get it. Like with me, I will be kind of iffy based on the fact that I do have somewhat of a celebrity status. So I'm going to be kind of iffy on it.
Okay.
But that's only at first. But if I see like the genuine like concern for me and all of that shit, like I'm not going to say that I will have my options like open. Like I'll take that one back. That's not necessarily where I will go with it. It'll be more like I will see others in a way that I'm just like, well, I'm not going to try anything with you because I'm here with this person. But if something doesn't work out, then, all right, I'm not going to lose anything at the end of the day. So if this doesn't work out, I can possibly still try with somebody else. I'm not going to keep them around specifically for that purpose.
Right.
But I will more
I
than likely
appreciate
try.
that. Because it's that term going on, like, what chicks got dudes in their back pocket or, like,
yeah, they do.
You got a list of people. You got a lot of females, and I'm only speak for myself. Not all of us be making friends for that intent. Like, oh yeah, no, I friends on this dude just for the potential because he's a good. Like, what? That's weird.
90% of females do that.
That's weird.
I ain't
like that's and that. I mean,
it's a high number.
85.
I'm gonna just say that's weird for any percentage of that. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, and that's, I mean, weird in the sense that that's wrong.
Because I done seen that status way too many times now, where it's just like, yeah, your female already know who your replacement is, so act up if you want to.
Yeah, I've seen that status numerous
way
times
too many times. So it's like that now. That's to me, that's a popular thought within the female society.
Yo, and I get upset because they'll be like, oh, you already got dudes lined up. No, I don't.
Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So me being in a relationship, like I definitely would try.
I feel like guys get that notion more than females sometimes.
What you mean?
Y'all automatically got hoes. Don't know where the hoes is at, but y'all got them.
Oh, we know where they at.
I don't know who you referring to. I don't.
And that's just the perception. Oh, that perception came out so much when I was younger. I'm just like, yo, how y'all know these people got hoes? You ever seen them? Like, yeah, they hang out with, and I'm going to say this on both sides. Yeah, that girl hangs out with a bunch of dudes, but those can all be her homeboys. One of them might be her boyfriend, but you never know. Three of them is on brother level.
I done seen that equation too many times.
I done seen that, but the messed up story about that is for those amount of females, half of those dudes are friends. And for the same for a male, he don't want none of them girls. He ain't got no hoes. His hoes is a video game.
But the thing is,
if
one of them was to throw something at him, he's definitely going to be sitting there with the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, especially depending on who it is. I've hung around plenty of females who was like, we never done nothing. But if the situation were to arise, then yeah, I would take, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so is that the same as saying that they got you in their back pocket?
No.
Because like he's not looking at them in that light in the first place.
Yeah, like we vibe.
Me, I don't know. That's weird.
But I understand that.
And I feel like that's
though.
playing with somebody's feelings. Like, you know that they feel that way about you.
Because you think about it. How many times have you seen like people break up and one person already in another relationship like a week or two later?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
You seen that too many times.
Where did they come from?
Consistently, right? Yeah.
Where did they come from?
The replacement's been there the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
And like when the person comes out, man, y'all see what I meant? I be like, yo.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. I'm afraid for that to happen to me.
It's happened to me before.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid from like me to break up with somebody and then, like immediately.
The person that
somebody was like right there.
The person that air quotes you're not supposed to be worrying about. Oh, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like your instincts don't lie.
And then it kind of like ruins a lot of the mystique of the relationship of what it used to be.
Right.
And it's just
now
I feel like they gotta read. If it's somebody close to me, you gotta get to know me. You gotta pretend like you don't know me.
Because now it gets to a point where it's like, damn, what else was you lying about?
Yeah.
Like this whole shit could have been a lie. You know,
like you just saying whatever you could say to stick around. You gotta get to know me.
Yeah,
I don't care if we was best friends. I don't know you.
Yeah, that shit.
And I say this in the sense of, because I do have a male friend that's like that, and I had to say this to him. I was like, just because you're cool with me as a friend, it's gonna be totally different if we date. I don't know who you are when you date people. I know who you are as a person, as a friend, because that's a whole bunch of stuff I've never had to worry about. Now that we dating, now I gotta pry. I gotta, those situations. Well, homegirl, I need to now know what exactly happened that you didn't want to tell me.
But a lot of that is like misconstrued too, because it's technically you're supposed to be good friends before you date. Yeah. So when you actually start to date, it's just an elevation of what you already were doing.
Yeah,
that's where society also.
Yeah, they took the idea of friendships and relationships and decided not to intertwine the two. So
right.
You have to be a complete stranger in order for me to get to know you or want to get to know you.
Right.
So, like I said, the mystique of relationship, that's the reason why it's
backwards.
It's ass backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
I just told my boyfriend he needed to court me. He said, what the hell is that? I was like, wait, we don't know about courting no more? Is it completely gone?
I mean, technically, I've been together for like 8 years and shit. Like, the courting phase and
yeah.
I said this a while ago, and I'm saying this to defend the fact that that's a good quality part of a relationship that I do admire, because it's like I didn't do, back when we was young, I like you, you like me, we together. As I gotten a little older, courting, that's the talking phase to me. Like, I need to know that this might work so we could date. But it's like a lot of people just don't do that. And they just want to date. If we went on one date, we together. And I'm like, how?
Nowadays, everything is pretty much ruined, though. Because now you don't know if a person is really letting you court them or if they just getting the free food.
Yeah.
And then, so now it's like,
dudes. That's true. That's sad.
Dudes are so on edge. That's why a lot of the sex jokes
I've seen all the memes. Oh,
yeah, that's why
you don't like them, but you better go get that free food. That's fucked up. Don't play with his feelings like that. That's money he could have spent on something else.
Right. So that's why it's like a lot of the sex jokes get brought up like a lot, because it's like a dude feels like he almost has to necessarily quickly cash out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he won't look like, damn, I just got.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel bad.
So when you look at it in the ideas of a woman, you just say, well, the courting phase is like one of the most important phases, but that phase has been somewhat like diminished by the female species because of the way they've been treating the other males. They look at us as more like means to an end, as far as like, I want to get food, or I want to get some new clothes, or I want to get something. It's like a material gain instead of I want to be around this person to learn them.
That's so weird. I'm sitting here laughing because like that's so weird. That's like, I think I said this to Avery one time. I was like, I wish somebody would be like, yo, we gonna barter this friendship and relationship. This is what I do for you. This is what I respect in return. No, what? You should. I said this to the people I date. Yo, do stuff for me because you would do it regardless. If you only doing this stuff because you like me, don't do it at all. Because trust me, I wouldn't do it.
Well, that's what they turn the relationships into. It's a barter system.
Yeah.
Like, especially with marriage nowadays, just like, you need to do this. You need to do this. We're not living in the 60s anymore. Times have changed. We got to do something different.
Right.
Apparently, the things that they've been doing is affecting us negatively now.
Oh, I said it to my mom. I was like, yo, the way I witnessed relationships held back in like the early 90s, yo, I don't see that no more at all. And I'm like, the quality of me watching my mom like handle relationships is what I think I hold on to. And it is old fashioned, but it's what I'm used to.
There's nothing wrong with being old fashioned, but it's a problem when old fashioned is like completely torn down and then it's replaced with what it is today. Because relationships now and marriages it's like give and take, like, but one person's taking more than the other is willing to give.
Yeah, because relationships really nowadays only benefit like one person.
Exactly.
And that's the female. No offense.
No, none taken. Let me be clear. None taken, because I think I recently asked my grandmother. I was like, real talk, Granny. 50 plus years with my grandfather, for real, one person. Like how y'all do that?
Like the odds of
like how y'all do that?
The odds of that right there being like a normalcy is pretty much gone in society.
Well, no. See, the secret she gave me was compromise. It wasn't like the give and take, but one person's giving more. It's compromise. It was
that's what I said earlier. Well, as far as it's the same thing as the friendships. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that. Once I'm big on, ever since a little kid, my mom taught me this. Once you have a solid structure for things, everything else kind of just falls into place.
That makes sense.
So it's like, as long as you keep that strong foundation, you won't get to a point where you have to rebuild. You'll just have to tinker and calibrate things here and there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's why. But nowadays, it's like so much just goes into it. Like, people got so many options. It's so many, like, being the polygamous movement, like, that wasn't big back then. Social media wasn't big back then. So you just got so much at your fingertips. Like, I could literally pick up my phone and be like, damn, I like the way she look. Damn, she in Texas. Let me fly out there. You know what I'm saying? You could never see nobody.
It's a random joint, like, just asking for $40.
Or it just anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
so not just women. I'm assuming social media and the instantaneousness of everything ruined my quality of courting.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
It's
because the way relationships are now, when I tell people like, oh, my situation of being in an open relationship, like, oh, that's only benefiting you. No, I brought it up to benefit both of us. But if I at any point in time feel like it's only benefiting me, then yeah, it's a problem, and I got to talk to my partner about that. But then I'll say the same thing, but it still work. That don't make my relationship any easier. Don't make it, any better. It still work. And I don't think nobody wants to work in relationships no more.
Nah.
The second you got them, we argue all the time and no solution. Then you need to work on how you arguing with that person. Maybe it's you.
Yeah, it's a microwave society, because it's like, if we're dating, and
we got to be Instagram
and we
together. We got to be goals.
We get into an argument. Odds are one of us been talking to somebody else anyway. And the first thing the person going to think, and remember when I was telling Mark, I was like, the worst thing to do is to have that first initial thought, because it's a wrap from there.
Yep.
Once you think like, well, damn, I can talk to such and such anyway. It's a wrap. Like, it might not be a wrap that day. It might take 6 months. But once you think that, you're going to start to, like, your mind is going to start to switch from this person to that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, when you get with that person, you're probably going to run into somebody else and be like, oh, okay, well, if it don't work with this person, maybe they could be. And then it's just a never-ending process of, like, I don't know.
No, that makes sense, because it's like, I think even young, especially because I'm saying this, we've been like long-term relationships. When you really looking down the road, the second that person start playing with them and break up with you, it's not about to work. I don't play with that. If you want to leave. Yeah. I'm not about to sit here and dangle that. I'm like, oh, I could be in it. No. That's playing with a relationship.
But that kind of plays into the fact that a lot of us don't necessarily know how to talk to each other. Sometimes people will just say things just to hurt the other person.
Facts.
Which is a very bad thing to do, because
I think that's all most females know how to do.
Because if you're arguing specifically to hurt the other person instead of get to a common ground, then you're doing it the absolute wrong way, and all you're doing is creating hostile environment for your relationship or just for a friendship in general. And like you said, women do it a lot. Men, some very weak men do it.
Oh,
Facts.
no, I seen that. I think I told one of my friends, I was like, yo, you just gonna let her keep putting you down like that? Like, that's something you think is okay? Like, there's other good quality females out here, you know. Them toxic ones ain't the only ones out here.
Yeah, but you gotta, a lot of times, like, females don't understand that men have feelings too. Like, we go through shit. And sometimes it creates somewhat of a PTSD effect, to where we've grown so accustomed to such a very negative thing that it becomes somewhat of a part of us, and we grow accustomed to it. So if someone's talking down to you, just like, well, it's just another day at the office.
Yeah.
So stuff like that can be, at the same time, while it seems like it's okay to them, it's really a serious detriment. It's fucking with them, realistically. But they're just not going to voice it at the moment. It's just going to manifest in something else.
And hopefully he's just in a situation where he got like some close bros, or, you know, you could be outside and get everything just, at least it just helps in the short term.
Yeah.
Not long term, but it helps in the short term.
But sometimes females like that will tend to make sure that they distance themselves make sure they distance their relationship from their friendscips, just so they can keep doing that.
And I don't like that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
And I think that's when I said it's weird. Like, I don't know who. Like, you never said that. Who hurt you? I just be like, yo, who hurt you?
And that's what it be.
Because that's not okay.
In one of my past relationships, like, it was just like a bunch of ultimatums.
Yeah.
You can't talk to any other females outside of your family.
Yep. Hurt people.
Yeah, and it's just like,
but that's the quantity of relationships I see versus a lot of the good quality ones. Like, and I'm saying in the sense of those are the people who don't post. They too busy doing actual shit together that nobody knows about it.
Yeah, like the ones that tend to stay somewhat distant from social media are the ones that are having some of like the best relationships. Because when you add in the fact that social media can be a detriment to your relationship as far as like temptation, and also from the fact that like prying eyes. You don't really
in comparison,
want that.
In comparison, because I think I did that once, and I immediately went and talked to my pet. I think I'm comparing my relationship to like these Snapchats and ones that I see.
Because they're just pictures and videos.
That's another reason why the older relationships were able to last as long as they did, because they didn't have access to each other like that. Like, you probably get like a phone call, you know, you had to hit the little rolly joint on the phone.
Yeah.
Yo, my grandparents had one of those.
And like I said a few minutes ago, now you could just pick up your phone and you saying couples in Alaska, you saying couples, you know what I'm saying, like all over the place, and oh, you know, we just bought a house, and then you get to thinking, like, damn, why can't we get a house? You know what I mean? And
apparently, one of us ain't doing what we supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
no, and it really do be that, and I think that's what I'm saying. Because I think I've said this to Avery. I'm gonna say this. I will say this publicly. The quality I gotten in this relationship beats the mass quantity of anything I've ever had. Like my past relationships. It's not perfect. Lord knows it ain't. But it's a whole lot better than where I was. It's worth to try to fix. It's worth to keep working at it. Because Lord knows if it wasn't, one of y'all would tell me by now.
well,
I feel like I got some good group of friends. They're like, if you don't leave this shit the fuck alone.
well, we kind of did tell you.
And
Yeah.
and again,
You didn't listen.
Yeah.
I worked on my relationship.
Well, we didn't tell you to work on your.
No. See, I took the advice.
No,
I didn't say I took it
No, you didn't.
to
Technically,
do
you
it the
didn't.
You
way
didn't
that you
take the-
exactly
you didn't
gave
take-
it to
you
me.
didn't take
take
the
the
advice.
advice. You didn't take the advice.
You
You want me
just
back out here in these streets? I don't want to be back here in these streets. I keep saying
That
this.
doesn't mean, and that's another thing, that just because you're single, that doesn't mean you have to be in the streets.
exactly.
I'm a woman.
That
So,
doesn't.
that's
No.
Right. That doesn't mean nothing.
There's a difference. When y'all break up with people, oh, you know, got out that relationship. When a girl breaks up with him, nah, she can be back in those streets.
Okay, you're
I
just
think
looking at the idea of what people are going to view you as. It
And
doesn't
plus,
matter.
they say that. I think they say that more for males than they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I've never.
Like, a lot of men get flack for it. Like, females, like, they'll be like, well, like, the worst they'll get is like, oh, she had somebody in the wait. But men, we just really like, well, he about to just go fuck the other chicks that he had in his phone. So,
Yeah. He with a lot of chicks anyway, so
Yeah.
he be alright. Like it's.
Anywho, the update on that is we're still working through stuff. And it could possibly end up to me taking y'all full advice, but me and that person have decided to just genuinely try to work stuff out to the best of our ability.
Okay. I mean,
I didn't want y'all to think I just didn't take the advice. I didn't go home and completely say
you
everything.
You didn't, but the thing is, like,
it didn't end up to be like,
all we can do is give the advice. We're not beating you over the head saying take the. We're not doing that. You're grown.
Well, see, no, in a sense of saying I don't want you to think I just didn't take it, because I'm not that person who's like, I got some really great advice and I just chose to completely ignore. No, I did went home and talked about it, but as I talked about it,
you're definitely that person. But I'm just.
I am not.
It's okay. We're not. It's
I mean, when it comes to posting more, no, yeah, maybe.
It's okay. All I'm saying is like all we can. It's like what you said about your friend earlier. Like once you see like the person's not going to do it, you just I'll still give you the advice. But if you choose to do it, you do. If you don't, you don't. But what happens after that, it's on you. Which is why the quality of friendships also go down, because after a while, what is a friend supposed to do if you're trying to help and the other person's not listening? And then what happens, like if I tell you, Mike, don't put your hand in that fire, you're going to burn yourself, man. And then I tell you 3-4 times and you go do it anyway. Well, what am I supposed to do after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, one, I probably don't want to hear what you got to say because I told you just didn't listen. And two, it's like, that can create disdain too, because I take things personal, not all the time, but I tend to take things personal. That's why I also feel like my friendships, the quality of them are so strong, because I feel like, and it goes vice versa, if I don't listen to you or you don't listen to me about a serious situation, one of us don't trust each other.
Yeah, I've distanced myself from friendships because of shit like that.
Right. So it's like, now, if you don't trust me or I don't trust you, that's like one of the biggest factors in any kind of situation. Business, significant other, friendships, acquaintance, any little thing, trust has to be there.
That's true.
So it's like, if I feel like, well, damn, this nigga don't trust me, I ain't gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
In the sense, go ahead. No, go.
All right, I appreciate it. But it was like I was saying and shit. I was like, in relationships and friendships, like, there's a give and take, but sometimes people are more willing to take more than the other person's willing to give.
Right.
So it's just like it's all one-sided.
Right.
So all they're doing is just like, they're just accepting the help just for the fact that you being around to give it.
Right.
So that's how I just look at it.
Oh, no, I was just going to add to that in the sense.
Go ahead.
Add to that.
Go ahead,
because I do trust Abe. Like, I'm comfortable enough to even tell you what was going on.
Right.
So it's like, obviously, I'm going to take that advice. And I feel like a lot of, like you're saying, like a lot of people like, oh, they're just going to give me free advice anyway. Let me just vent my problems out real quick. And then it's like, so you just want to ignore this advice? Like, I could have been doing anything else. Anything else. You didn't even have to come to me with this if you wasn't going to take it.
And after a while, that's what it gets. Because I had a female friend that, we no longer friends. But it's like, that was the reason why we just can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it gets to a point where
you
what was happening with her started to consume her life. So that's all she wanted to talk about. But she wasn't listening to the advice.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot. I had to deal with
you
situations like
become that friend that you're just okay to vent to. There's nothing else. You no longer hang out. You're not making sure I'm good.
Right, and it's like, one, you're not taking the advice. So that means you're not leaving the situation.
Nope.
Because you won't take the advice. So what that is telling me, and now, like I said, I live in a realm of reality. That's my livelihood. Everything, when people ask, like, what you believe in, yes, I believe in a higher power, I believe in a God, believe in the universe and all that, but I also live in the realm of reality. So if she says, like, one thing and she's not taking the advice, what I'm processing is, you're going to stay in this problem, therefore, whenever you call me, it's going to be about that. As much as this is going to hurt, I can no longer stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So If you choose to get out the situation and do better and do this and that, then cool. Maybe we can go back to being somewhat of friends like we was. But if it's just going to be this, then no, I can't do it. Because like one of y'all said earlier, it's like the stress starts to fall on you.
That's what happened with me and Charmaine. It was really that.
Yeah. The
It was literally, I'm going through emotional trauma, but you're so wrapped up in whatever the hell is going on. I'm not dealing with what I'm telling you something wrong with me. And I'm no longer talking about me. I'm talking about you in the same situation I've been talking about for like 3 years now.
Right.
It's the same conversation.
I get it. It's like it's just a frustrating situation you gotta go through. It's technically it's just a part of the growing pains of being in a friendship, because you're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff that it's like, I don't know about this. I don't know what's gonna come of this. So I need to know how to maneuver. So this is an experience. I know I can't deal with people like you, so I gotta just move on and do something else with somebody else. And you gave me the experience. Now I don't need to learn anything else.
You're right.
Facts. I now know. I'm like, no, I can't deal with that. The 2 girls I told you I made friends with, in Baltimore. You know how you start to notice patterns in that? Like, I know I'm caring too much. I don't know them like that. Let me back up. If I had never gone through that situation with her, I probably would be wrapped up in other people's drama still.
Right.
I'd be like, they're my best friends.
If you don't apply what you learn, it's a never-ending cycle.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I learned to appreciate the quality of friends versus me having friends in general. I'm like, I'm good.
A lot of people just prefer just to have someone to talk to and not necessarily listen to what they have to say back because they just want to speak.
Well, I would rather you say that though.
Yeah,
because that makes everything a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
And then I can lay back and be doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just letting you get,
that'd be the worst.
Yeah,
because you're having to deal with somebody who you're just existing in their life for them to dump all of their shit.
Right.
And then once they're done, that's the end. They don't do anything else. They keep doing it just so it could be like a perpetual motion. They're continuing to do the same stuff over and over again. Something bad happens, they tell you. Then once you give them their advice, they're thankful in the moment because someone was there to tell them, oh, well, you're going to do better and stuff like that. But then after that, that's when they just go back and do the same thing so they can get that dopamine release once they talk to you again.
Right.
So it just made them feel better.
Yeah, just feel better in the moment. Because it's sort of like an addiction. They do something wrong. They get torn down in this moment. And then once they go to the person that's going to treat them better, they feel immediately better. Like, it's perfect. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's just like
ready to take on the BS again.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a hit. It's like a hit of the cigarette.
Right.
I'm smooth about to tie this into the next thing because this is I think I told Youre this. Like, my vice is shopping, and not even just shopping for clothes. Shopping in general. It can be grocery shopping, food shopping, spending. I'll spend something on somebody else. It makes me feel better.
She bought me McDonald's the other day.
Okay, that's nice.
I don't have a job. I should be buying nobody no food. But I did it. It made me feel better.
Technically, your job is painting and for other people.
If she gets her business side of things together, it would be
I told
painting.
Avery, and I'm going to tell my best friend, I'm just going to have them do it because I keep BSing. And if I'm not going to do it, I know they will.
That's just lazy.
Are you talking about Tandy?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be business partners.
Oh, shit.
Well, see, no, okay, and this goes to, again, I have good quality people around me.
Them up for you set Tanzania up for failure. Why would you do that?
No, because
Hold on.
No.
Why she set up for failure?
Because I heard the way you mentioned, he was like,
no, and not in that sense. Because I know when it comes down to business, they're both going to handle it. And when it comes to people who support me and force me to be like, hey, you're really good, both of them. Honestly,
okay, so
if it comes down to, hey, we want to book you for this, or hey, we promoted you for this, they're going to do it. I won't do it.
Okay,
we're going to take great care of her, too.
What if they decide that, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to push you forward so that you can do it yourself. How will you feel that during that time?
I'm sure they would do it in the part where even though I'm sitting there saying, no, I'm not ready, they still going to push me.
No, I'm saying, like, what
No,
if,
like, I'm okay with that. Like,
okay, so if...
Because I know I'm not ready now, but if they're getting me to the point... And I said this about my boss. I love her. Shout out to my boss from my previous job. I wasn't ready for half the responsibility and stuff that she gave me.
Right.
but hell, I know how to do it now. I know how to also dictate. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting them to do it because I'm not going to do it.
Man, I tell you,
Time to get my phone, man. We got to take care of some business.
I haven't told her yet, so she hears this to be her first time finding out.
Yeah. That's a highlight right there, man.
But no, because like I'm more of like I've been a little depressed from not working and trying to figure out what I want to do. And like you said, art could be, but for me, it's like I like to shop. I've just said this.
Right.
I like to eat. I like to help other people. I like to be active. And then I'll have those other moments where I only paint, draw, or do anything artistic if I'm in the mood to do it. Where I've seen both of them not be in the mood and knock stuff out.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you got to get it into your head that I'm going to do it.
Brain, sleep, hell, tired.
That's why you
energetic.
You get the people around you who are going to help you push that way.
I write every single day. It's not because I want to. I just do it.
And then once you program yourself, it's like it'll just be second nature.
Like, I plan on releasing a poetry book from the shit that I wrote this year.
I got things I would like to do, but let me be clear. I'm not pushing me to do it, so I need to tell other people, so that helps. And that's just, I just learned that about myself. Like, if it's no one saying, hey, I believe you can do this, besides me saying it, I kind of do need that extra help, that extra push, that extra. It sounds sad to say that I need it, but I know I need it.
That's one thing I kind of see as common with females too.
Yeah, they sort of lack drive.
Well, I'll just say they.
I wouldn't even say like drive, but sometimes it's just
the extra push.
Yeah, it's like, in a sense, okay, for me specifically, it's that confidence that we were talking about earlier. Like, I don't have it. I want to say I should. I have it in different aspects, but not where I think it matters, and not where it counts.
I know a lot of people are lacking in the confidence.
I wouldn't say that's confidence though. Like if you don't have good work ethic, that's not confidence.
Yeah, that's also true. Like, you can be as confident as you want to, but
lazy.
Nigga, I'm confident in shit that I'm about to fall asleep.
Or just laying on the couch like, I am one of the best photographers in the town. Damn, bro, you did a photo shoot in 2 years. But still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she saw that work I did back in 05?
Right. Yeah, so it's like, work ethic, that's one thing that you got to put yourself on. That's one thing I always bring up.
Yeah, but from listening to y'all, I think that I'm thinking about making the right decision, because it's that extra push.
That's what you want to do. Because
like again, I'm not gonna do it.
It's so many motivating. You gotta find out what motivates you, and then you gotta surround yourself with it. Like, to me, we live in an area where it's just like, it's so many in this neighborhood alone. It's so many creative things going on right now.
That's true.
And
they just need the push.
No, they have the push. So it's like, you see that, and then you be walking down the street, and then you see random people, oh yeah, I be fucking with y'all little skits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, or I wake up one day, somebody hit my phone like, oh, I'm trying to start this and that. I see y'all be doing it. You know, can I fuck with you? And you show me the ropes or something. You know, it be motivating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's people watching. Just like I said with your paintings. Like, it was literally, I literally went like a whole week on social media, and I was seeing her paintings all over the place, but she hadn't posted in like 2 weeks. So it was literally other people. It was like Alasia, it was like Brene, and it was like I'm not sure which one I did that, but for Nene, Ranisha.
Me.
Yeah, it was like Ranisha, and it's just like, yo, she's like, I'm literally seeing her paintings every day. Like, that's how it should be. Because that's when I sent you the message. I'm like, damn, I ain't seen you post in 2 weeks. And I'm like, your shit you just smoking right now.
She already has a following. It's just like, and we were talking about this before. The people who got everything don't want to do shit with it.
Yeah.
And the people who don't really have it, like, we at the bottom just trying to work our way up.
Right.
So it's just like, no, don't sit there and point.
I need that guy.
What do you mean? You got the machine behind you already.
Definitely
have
a machine.
Yeah, like, you have a machine behind you already, and you didn't have to do shit.
And I can't be around you too much, because remember back in the day, people thought we were screwing. When you was around too much. I think you
I
remember
told you they think I was messing with. I could have walked down the street with my mama and they probably thought I was banging my own mother.
That's kind of weird.
It is weird, but that's how often that shit got back to me. Like it's weird, but they did that.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to picture that one.
But I'm here to help. Me and Tangy.
And like you
if
said,
you could have seen,
like
you should have seen the face that he just made.
I can make it again. She already knows. Like I
I
don't know what the big is. Tangy knows. So
the thing is, we can easily look. So back to business. At the point where they're ready to push me to do it myself.
I can ignore me all I want to. I'm just like, now, Mike, you know I'm the king of foreshadowing now. You know, ain't too much I say that don't come true now. Like that's one thing you got to admit now. Man, I don't know, that nigga do be wildin', but whatever he be saying, that shit do be jolly be coming true.
Avery, the manifest king.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I just ignore it sometimes.
I get on her nerves, but
You get on mine too, but I mean, I accept it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So, I don't know how we got so sidetracked. We were talking about
I
quality
told
of
you
things.
ADHD podcast.
That's what we do.
So to get back on that,
Yeah.
to go back to to what you were saying, that quality in shopping, or I would say shopping in general, shopping, clothes, music, and I'm tied all together, fashion, industry stuff, because I'm taking it back to y'all saying that the machine. I'm going back all the way there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tie all of that into one last
Okay.
little thing. So shopping, fashion, music, life.
Right.
I'm gonna put it all together. The quantities of all of that over the quality. And I'm saying it in the sense of I don't be needing half the things I buy. But they make me feel better in the moment.
Dopamine release.
Which is what they sell.
I believe it.
That's what the machine does.
Mm-hmm.
Because like after listening to everything else, like yeah, that makes sense. That's why I can't go one TV channel away without seeing ratchetivity. And then they'll be wearing the latest Dior of somebody.
Yeah, but
Which unpopular opinion, half them name brand, like what is it, Gucci and the rest of them, after actually going out to LA, that stuff's ugly.
It is.
Yeah, but that's their dopamine release, same as yours.
Yeah. So it makes you.
Jesus.
It makes you.
So it's really just the fact that it says Gucci.
It gives you quote unquote status.
Yeah.
It lets you portray a certain image for yourself. Oh, she got a Gucci fit. She got money.
Everyone has their drug of choice, and that happens to be a lot of people's drug of choice.
Okay, you know what? Shopping is mine. I'll take it.
Not always a great thing to have, but you know.
And that's pretty normal for a female, the shopping thing.
Well, no, okay, I'm saying shopping.
Unfortunately-
Well, no, so I probably need to
it's
say it a little different. It's spending, because it's not even just on me.
Okay.
If I'm hanging with like a group of friends and like I already knew 3 of my friends didn't have something, they didn't say nothing to me. I just got them.
Right.
Like no one told you have to have money.
I mean, I used to be the same way, but then I had to realize that my pockets are just what they are.
As my mom has recently told me, I'm not Big Bank Hank.
What your mother know about that?
My mother be knowing stuff.
Big bang, bang. She way too old to be saying stuff like that.
Yo, my mom be knowing
Gotta
stuff.
Call the people. We can't say it no more. You know?
Nah, you gotta bring. I say
when the
bring
old-
back whatever you
When
want
the
to
old people say stuff, people like, nah, we can't say it no more. They got old up in it.
No.
Yeah, just like when white people get a hold of certain
Yeah.
words, we don't use it no more, bro.
Uh-huh.
No, when she said that to me, it's just it made more sense because I did have to start looking at my finances. Like, God damn it, I'm spending too much money, and half the stuff that I know I spent money on, I don't have. But I spent a lot of money, and that I wish I had put better investment into it.
Got you.
I mean, I did learn from it, like all that spending meant nothing.
I mean, but did you learn from it if you continue to do
I wouldn't say not having a job fixed it, but I think I expressed to Avery, it was like, yo, I was way better with money when I made less.
Well, that's a common thing. Because it's not a good thing, but it's a common thing. Because people feel like once you have an abundance of money,
I'm so comfortable. I can afford Netflix now.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I can afford Hulu now. Now I got Hulu and Netflix. Let me get Amazon Prime real quick.
It took 1 year for me to like, and this was like about 5-6 years ago, and I had looked at the little yearly Netflix jump,
Yeah.
and I said, damn, $120 For some Netflix for the whole year? Hell nah.
Wait, it's up to $120?
Because it's $9.99 a month. $10. So 10 times 12 is $120. And then comparing it to like me only being on Netflix when a girl come over, or watching a show here
Looks
and
like
there.
you about to get rid of Netflix.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need this. And then I just fell in love with YouTube. So that's
Wait, enough to pay for the YouTube premium?
no.
See, I got problems. I got that too.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I became somewhat frugal over the past couple of years. I mean, I used to be somebody that did spend a lot of money on useless shit.
That's facts.
And I didn't appreciate the fact that I had the money to do so.
Right.
Like, when you do have money, it seems as though you just look at it, well, I can get it. It ain't going to be no problem. And you don't think about what's going to happen 2 weeks down the line.
I'll make this shit back next week.
Exactly. But then the worst thing happens.
You lose your job.
Yeah. And then you just think about it. Shit, I should have saved that. And it took this for me to figure out that I was doing something wrong.
Facts.
It took I think I was preparing to get my taxes from this job for like my second year, and I was like, damn, I didn't even know. Like, I spent the money before I even knew how much I was making. Like, it was already spent. Like, that's so bad of a habit that I was like, I was so obsessed with the fact of, oh, I can go do this now, I can go do that, I can get this, and if I want that now, I can get it. I didn't even notice I was making bread. And if I had invested, because I'm into investing, I'm into saving for later.
Right.
I'm saving, all right, but not as much as I was spending.
Right.
And as many people that was talking to me and educating me on money, it's like I feel like I heard them, but I still wasn't paying attention to how much I was spending.
Right. Yeah,
and that's bad.
I kind of went through a reckless stretch. I want to say it's like 2015, and I don't know. It was just like I got a promotion at work, so I was getting like more money, and I'm to the point where I'm on Facebook making statuses and everything. Yo, I'm doing an open date this Friday. You want to go with me to the movies, dinner, everything on me. I know you remember. Yeah, movie, dinners, everything on me.
I said don't do that. I think I was completely like, don't do that.
Yeah, every Friday though. I'm just niggas just out here living. You know what I'm saying? No boy.
It was like what, every other weekend? I did this, that, and the third. Damn, didn't you just do this, that, and the third the other day?
Yeah, I'm like, you just get to a point where it's like you just feel like
helped so with this, that, and the third. Well, damn, what they helped you with?
Yeah, you
made that back. You
right.
good?
Because that's the only thing you keep telling yourself, man. I'm gonna get this shit back next week. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as long as everybody learn lessons, that's all that.
So if you're frugal with money, what aren't you frugal with?
Women.
What do you mean?
Damn.
What do you mean women?
I have them in abundance.
Oh, so you were just answering her question. Huh?
Yeah, I thought she was asking.
Oh, I thought you were answering for me.
Oh no.
I thought he was answering for you too.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking. I looked at you. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. I was looking over here. My bad.
Yeah.
Look, his spirit just wanted to answer. I got to get it out.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
So you're frugal with money, but it's the women that's just your vices.
Yeah.
Mine's just apparently spending.
That's my vice, women. Yeah.
So wait. You looking at me? What's yours?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to even say like what my vice is because I kind of like took away from a lot of my vices. Like, to be honest, I mean, let me see. Like, just trying to think about the vices that I do have, I would probably.
I'm gonna help you. So it's that one thing that's quality over the quantity of it. No, the quantity over the quality of it.
Over the last couple of years, he's done a masterful job of like.
What's your secrets?
Cutting out.
Besides being frugal, what's your secret?
The distractions and like everything. He's where I'm striving to be. If I could just knock out like the females.
You heard me say, what's your secret?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure everybody has secrets, but at the same time, I've nowhere seen nothing to be like, damn, he brings something kind of detrimental to the table. Like me, I'll let you know right now, I bring something detrimental to the table, because it's like when it comes to females, like if we were to blow up, I told you beforehand. Yeah, I see somebody like Zendaya, or I see somebody, people like, damn, we supposed to be at this meeting. Where the fuck Abe go? Abe, that's me over there with Chloe Bailey or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he over there with Nia Long. You know what I'm saying?
She
like,
married, bro. Damn.
He don't
She's
care.
engaged, by the way.
He don't care.
She doesn't believe in marriage. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
He
You know what
don't
that
care.
means. You know who she engaged to?
Who?
Nigga just became the Celtics head coach too.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Little
that.
black dude.
I
I
heard
said,
about
well,
that.
I know that. Oh yeah, we about
I
to get
actually
Nia
saw her
Long in
house.
the
I
game.
just thought about that. You said Nia Long, right?
Yeah.
Her house is beautiful.
I bet it is.
I got to
I
see
ain't
that on the
think
little
she is
Hollywood
a
I
tour.
know
beautiful
I know she engaged. They've been engaged for like 10 years. Said she
Damn.
don't want to get married. She don't believe in marriage. So she just said that's
What if they're not even engaged? What if they married?
they engaged.
They might be low key married.
I know they something and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what they are.
They got
shit.
kid together. So I did not know that. It was like, yeah, we like
They
to
low-key.
welcome Ime Udoka and the wonderful Nia Long to the Boston Celtics. I was like, Nia Long? Panned the little camera over. I was like, hey, yo. I know.
If he head up to one of these games,
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, she about to be courtside.
trying to get the press box tickets.
No bull. I might need the little joint that be right behind the team and shit. Oh, she might be in the press box. Yeah, she might be in the little suite.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I did not know
a
that.
massage and shit.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me.
So now I'm still on the secret. Besides being frugal,
Like, what do you?
I'm
what you
just
asking?
saying, like, you ain't got no vices, none at all.
I mean,
He had vices, but he what we've been talking about. He's done what we've talked about.
yeah, like
She's so used to people not knowing what they talk about.
yeah,
That
I had a lot of vices. I started off where I was a damn near. I was addicted to video games. But then I went an entire month, and like 3 months without doing any type of video game shit. I did a whole bunch of meditation, did a whole bunch of writing. So technically, I turned my vices around, and what I did was, my vices now are the positive effects in my life. My vices now, my vice is writing.
Makes sense.
So that would be my addiction. I turned an addiction that will benefit me into something that I want. That is now something that I look at as my immediate. Like, it's that dopamine release. My dopamine release comes from writing. I get a chance to be creative. Then I have another dopamine release. Like, I'll do it for my films. I'll have another dopamine release with not even with poetry. Like, a lot of my art comes out in visual form or in word form. So I don't need to draw a picture because I can paint it with my words, or I can paint it with an image that you see on the television. So
I can see how that's working.
Yeah, my vice is creativity.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice to turn this? And I'm gonna say spontaneous because it's never planned out, and when I do try to plan it out, it's bad. Besides being frugal, because that's just not something I can do.
What are you trying to plan out? What are you talking about, though?
I was gonna ask what would his advice be for a vice turnaround? Because I've tried to do going out with painting, so far that's working. Can't go out and spend money if I'm too busy. On hour number 17 on the drawing.
You gotta add to it the positive vices.
Outside of drawing, I like hanging out with my friends.
That's not
and my family.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying besides being frugal.
What type of hanging out are you talking about?
No, because she's spontaneous. So if she hangs out with
like
her friends, she's gonna want to go shopping.
Like now, after this, I'm supposed to go hang out with my mom, so I can go hang out at my grandmother's house. However, I know that they're not going to do anything. I'm going to get hungry. So now I'm buying food. And I told you it's spending. It's not even on me. I'm going to get me food, my grandmother, and if my grandmother has my nephew, now I done bought everybody food.
Well, that right there.
But that's why I told you how bad it gets. It don't just be on me.
You got to tackle devices like the branches of device. That right there is very manageable. You can start to bring food with you. Yeah. Prepare your own food.
Because technically you have it all planned out that you're going to spend something. Why not put something in the way so you don't?
Right.
That's been working recently, and that's only because I'm running out of the funds to just do whatever I want to do spontaneously. Like, I feel like when it gets replenished, I'm scared it's going to go back to where it was.
Well, the problem, I think your biggest problem is, like, you haven't hit rock bottom yet as far as, like, not being able to spend anything.
Well, that sad part is I'm coming from that. I'm coming from not being able to do any of that.
You also have to work on like you have to build up some discipline too.
That too.
Okay, that might work.
That's
I don't
one
have
thing.
any of that.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I have been pretty masterful with outside of like select women. But every other area, the discipline is just like, not to be arrogant, but it's just like
No, because that makes sense.
otherworldly.
Because what he chose to do takes strong discipline. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why I could take that as advice because
Right.
I don't have that at
Well,
all.
you should try meditation too. That helps as well.
Like,
Like,
try to
see,
see
as
somebody
soon
with
as you
like
say,
ADHD sit
yeah,
still.
that's when you know.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
meditation
hard.
don't work for me because my brain don't want to sit still for that long.
Neither does mine. Like, do you not?
Yeah,
That's
know
what,
what
like-
I do.
you have
for-
to-
Well, no,
have
that's
to
why I
have-
said I can take. So outside of meditation, the only time where I think I'm sitting still and my mind isn't racing is when I'm drawing. Like that's
Then that can be your meditation.
what I'm saying. I can't meditate in the traditional sense, but I can
Well-
meditate.
Well, no, there's different forms.
Cause like no, the drawing part because it takes so long, even just getting a sketch out, and then I just started trying to learn how to paint, and then I try my best to sit in the house as much as possible, but I don't like sitting in front of a screen the whole time. So drawing could help in multiple ways.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
why
a-
not?
Can't spend no money if I'm sitting down drawing
Yeah,
paper.
why not just try getting like? Do you have an art easel or like
I
paintings and stuff?
I just bought one, but it's a small one because
So-
I don't have that much space in my room.
Yeah, try using that, or take it outside, and then draw nature. Go for a walk, and then once you get to a spot that you feel as though you can get your creative juices flowing, draw something.
I can do that.
That's
That's simple. That's real. I can do that.
yeah. It doesn't take much. Like a lot of the times.
Well, I think in her situation, it's gonna take a lot.
Oh, well,
it's
No,
the thing
but-
is, it's possible though. It's
If I
not-
was here, if I lived here, yeah, probably. Because again, my other best, I like being around my friends and my family.
that's not advice.
For me, yeah, because again, it goes down
that's a red
to
flag to me, actually. Like,
in the sense, just like
being around your friends is a vice. That's like a red flag. I wouldn't trust you out of
Yeah.
that.
in the sense
Nah, look
of
at you
the
different.
spontaneous buying. Because I can literally. Another
But you
thing
still-
I stopped doing,
you
I
still
stopped
do-
bringing the money with me.
You
Like
still-
if I
you
have
still
no
do it-
money,
you still do it
you
without.
can't buy nothing.
You still do it without being here though. You've been gone for like 3-4 years. You
When I'm
still
at
do it.
home, I don't go nowhere for real now because I'm aware that hey, this is a problem. Now I just stay in my grandmother's house. I mean, I've gotten hella bored and depressed a little bit.
So why
but,
can't you? So why can't you do that here?
I can
The
travel.
The temptation not as strong.
I can
or-
no. It's just I don't got that many friends out there,
I mean, do you actually go?
and all my
do
family.
you go outside though? At least.
Not a lot. No.
When it's nice out, yeah. No, because of my grandfather, I do need to tend to stay around my neighborhood a little bit more because he's now decided he wants to wander and go for walks.
Okay.
So I do stay in my house a little bit, but I do go out like the vicinity of my house and start walking because
not take
I didn't
walk-
do that before.
Why not take walks with him?
I don't know.
See, that can be a thing. Like maybe you can create an entire series of paintings based off where your grandfather takes you. There's an idea there.
That is an idea.
So you're creating an endearing moment that will last with you as well as with your family that you're sharing with someone that you care about.
He does when he's lucid. He does tell me some really good stories.
Okay, paint that.
She's an artist. She has a very vivid imagination.
Yeah,
So
that-
she is-
Yeah, that's all. But I never would have
You,
thought.
you hear the
I
shit
would've-
that I'm coming up
Right.
with. Like,
There's
like
plenty
I
to
just
paint.
wouldn't have thought to come up with any of this. My
You
solution
would.
to a lot of things was just stay my behind in the house.
no, you would come up with a lot of this, but the problem is, like, you're not allowing yourself to do so. Like,
Which
what I
is-
learned about depression and all of that shit is that it deters you from everything that you can possibly do. And what I learned about that was
That is
like,
facts.
I came up with you saw the post that I made yesterday. Like, depression is 100% beatable.
Right.
Once you take away the idea of it being unbeatable, that mirage that makes it seem as though it's like the upper echelon, it's untouchable, then you can see it for what it is and realize that you're more powerful than whatever it is that you thought that you couldn't succeed through, because the depression is nothing more than taking all of your darkest moments and forcing it on you at once.
Right.
And once you realize that's all you, then you realize that I have more power than what the darkest moments in my life is going to produce.
Right.
So
See, I needed to hear that. Because I really didn't think of it like that.
Well, just take down the veil. The mirage is nothing more than what it is. It's mirage.
Cause that's the only reason why I was like, okay, my grandfather starts tripping when he can't see me. So I was like, well, that don't mean don't go on a walk. That just means, hey, walk where he can see you.
But that also means you have to apply though what you intake.
What he said is not too far fetched of what I've started to do, so I can easily add that into it. That's what I was like to stop spending so much money on food. I was like, you know what? It might be completely disgusting, but we're gonna eat whatever my grandmother brought in.
Or you could just use said money to buy groceries. Because what you spend at the carryout today, that can go to shoppers, and then not only will you
I'm not putting food in nobody else's house with grown people. It's not my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, that was just my
Just
home
food. All right,
side
what about
moment.
So you're gonna
I did at one point and
eat
it
out
was
for 2 straight weeks. And then
well, no, that's the blessing is where I chose to stay for right now. I spend about it's a whole lot less. So I spend about like $50 less on food than I would if I was at my grandmother's. And that's because.
But if you were still to do it the other way,
it's more so. I think from what I do now, it's just more so less. I stopped saying, "Well, I have to eat out." Now it's all right, Granny. I love you, but I'm not eating black eyed peas. I'm not just eating black eyed peas on 2 pieces of toast. I love you, but no.
That's why you need to just cook something.
Yeah,
go to Shoppers, get you some food.
You have to go to Shoppers. Like you walk to the McDonald's.
He keeps forgetting this. He keeps saying this. Like he thinks I'm really good at cooking.
No,
but
that's also what it comes down to. What you said earlier about the growth.
Yeah,
growth.
Why not? Yeah, why not learn?
I will learn how to do photography.
You're not even a bad cook.
I will learn how to do some more art. Better in my cooking is
Just grow. It's not that hard.
Yeah, like you're asking for someone to like give you set growth, like apply it or help you apply it to your life.
When it comes to cooking, y'all can have that.
No. See that's where you go wrong at.
Exactly.
Like once you say you can't do something.
No,
then that's
in the sense of I'm saying I'm not about to eat my own cooking.
Your cooking's not even that bad.
You ain't eating it every day.
Then what the hell? What are you bad at as far as cooking?
Cooking in general.
When I had that plate, it was fried chicken. What was it? Macaroni and cheese.
I don't remember.
You know that nigga gonna turn down the macaroni and cheese.
I don't even remember.
And greens, I think.
I don't even remember.
It was good though.
I think I said this. I was like, yo, the best thing that happened after I moved to my grandmother's house, I no longer had to eat my own cooking.
It was not that bad.
It's bad to me.
You know, you treat your food the same way you treat your paintings.
I like my painting. I like
the
the hard work.
It's just her
into
mindset.
painting.
It's there's nothing wrong with the food. There's nothing wrong with the painting.
It is something wrong.
It's her mindset.
Yeah.
That's what the overall.
It's like you have a lesser than mindset. So it's just like everything you create is you don't like it.
I like my art more than I like my cooking.
But you don't like that.
You down your art too.
Yeah.
You're just better at one thing than you are the other, but you're still downing both sides.
You know what? That is true. But I'm just going to still say this. No, on the cooking. I can go to the grocery store and anyone else who is willing, and I've had this, so I've had someone else cook for me.
See, this is another reason why men can keep relationships quicker, because like we go take this information.
Compromise.
Yeah.
No, I'll go to the grocery store, but I'm not cooking it.
So when you and your significant other move into your own spot,
I'm going to be so miserable because I'm going to have no choice but to cook and eat my own cooking.
You just learn how to do it now. So by you're kind of like this is another thing that's rampant in our society too. Is people kind of pit themselves up against all odds when you really don't have to be up against all odds.
Just learn all you need to know now.
Like that's like, another thing that kind
of.
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that too. Well, at least I used to be. Now I'll take any.
I completely understand and agree that yes, I should just continue to tolerate my own cooking because I have no choice.
No, you can learn how to be better.
No, in the sense of like I'm saying, I would if someone says, "Mary, I want you to spend 3 months on learning how to perfect drawing circles." I will do that over someone telling me how to perfect my cooking.
No, there's no way to perfect cooking.
There's
the
really not.
quality of cooking, the quality. I just don't want
Like,
to eat my own cooking. I just
No,
don't.
because the cooking, as far as someone eating your food, is subjective because it's all based on a person, like how they feel about your food in general. Some people like saltier food and other people don't.
And again, that's beautiful because my mom has clearly been eating my cooking. My grandmother clearly eats my cooking. And she says, oh, it's nothing wrong. It's just, okay, that's nice because I had no choice. Because so she'll be like, again, I can buy the food, but if she's too tired, I have no choice but to cook. If she says, hey, I bought this and I want you to cook it, I be having no choice. And I tell her every time, if it's burnt, my bad. You told me to cook. Like I burnt French toast like 3-4 weeks back,
and I've been cooking for years.
That's what happened.
But no, and it wasn't the sense of. So I turned it around. So instead of just being deterred from making the French toast, I think we brought a blender recently, and I just blended it up and put it in some yogurt. I ate. I didn't go out.
Okay,
I'm finding other ways to make it. I don't like doing any of this.
You improvise, like that's what you're supposed to do in the kitchen.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm hearing y'all, and I know it until I'm just telling y'all now. Until I have to,
you don't have that kind of mindset where it's like you don't want to change unless you're absolutely forced to.
When it comes to cooking, yes.
No, when it comes to everything.
Because you just mentioned like the business aspect of your stuff. Like
you said the exact same thing, which is why you wanted to.
Yeah, no,
we're telling you
like,
right now.
The people who are listening right now, like they're giving you, like they hear everything. It's just like everything you mentioned, like you've mentioned it before, but in other avenues.
Yeah. So the same thing you said about cooking was the same thing you started off with your paintings, and then you just have to work on your mindset. That's really all you really. Just need to work.
Not about cooking though.
Yeah, I got like I said, bro. Like,
it's the mindset.
It's quality over quantity, bro. Like you gotta get a whole bunch of different quantities up here and eventually develop them into quality.
That's my defense for that. I'm saying the quality of other people's food better than the quantity of me cooking for myself.
Okay, stop comparing.
Right.
And just do.
And
it's still bad.
And you were the main one earlier saying you shouldn't be comparing.
Like
I'm not comparing. It's bad to me. I'm eating it.
If I compared everything that I did to somebody else, I wouldn't write anymore.
In the sense of food,
I wouldn't.
I'm
it's
still
life.
the person that has to eat it. And
right.
I'd rather eat Kraft's mac and cheese than making my own from scratch.
Yeah, because you haven't made a comfortable level of macaroni and cheese from scratch.
No, I've made unfortunately, I've been asked to make macaroni and cheese from scratch.
Yeah, because you don't want to do it.
Were you capable of doing so? Like, did it come out?
I didn't like the process at all.
Okay, you didn't like the process, but did it come out?
That's what I'm saying. It's not just the I think it was edible. I didn't eat it.
Okay, you didn't eat it, but did anyone else eat it and said they
no, because I'm lactose intolerant, so they were like, no, off breaks.
You just have to work on your mindset.
Yeah, that.
Like I think I was the only. No, it wasn't me. I don't know who took. Somebody took some of it. Now if they ate it, I don't know.
I've had a macaroni and cheese before though.
I've never. You had Kraft macaroni and cheese. Some of the mac and cheese I made.
It might have been that.
Or you had my mom's because that's who makes macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it might have been hers.
That's I'm like.
But she definitely fried the chicken though. I watched her do it. So.
When
did you watch me make fried chicken? I don't make fried chicken. You sure you were eating my mother's food and not mine?
I'm positive because I shared a little memory. It pops up every year. It's you. You're literally in front of the air fryer. Because I took pictures because I was like, this is a mine. Because you were saying the same. I mean, not air fryer, but the little
deep fryer.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of my deep fryer. I'm really trying to figure. I'm telling on myself
because she's been saying the same thing for years.
No, I'm telling on myself. And my mom and Tangy will agree. I don't fry chicken because I'm afraid of the grease.
Like I said, I have pictures.
Pictures don't lie.
No, you said no. You said the deep fryer. It wasn't the pan. Because my mom uses the only person who uses the deep fryer. My mom and my brother.
We're frying the chicken, not your mom. Not your brother wasn't even there. Not your mom. Not your. You. I have the pictures. When the memory pops up.
Picture.
Yeah, when the memory pops up.
I need the picture for proof because I don't believe this was me.
It pops up. It might have already popped up this year, but I can go back and search because it was All-Star Weekend. I remember because I was supposed to go to work, and then I decided. I swear to God, it was. I swear to God. Yeah. And I decided I was gonna call out so I could watch the All-Star game and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you had called. He's like, "What you doing?" I'm cooking dinner. I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Pull up over there. Ooh. I got the pictures. I'm gonna look for the pictures, and then I'm gonna tag both of y'all.
When I see the pictures, I'll come back and say, it was pure. I don't remember this was me. I feel like you ate my mom's food.
Make this up. I'm definitely not gonna. I have the pictures.
He ate my mother's food.
She's literally in front of the deep fryer. That's why I took the pictures though, because she does this. This is exactly why you got. You know what I'm saying? Receipts.
So what I've learned from this moment, which was completely off topic, by the way,
mindset.
I need to change my mindset.
Need to work on changing your mindset.
Yeah, this
and work on
intervention, bro.
I know.
Somewhat.
That means I was meant to hear this because it completely went off topic.
Yeah.
It depends whether you apply what you hear or not.
That's
I
also
normally
true.
do.
Not from what
No, I do have to say I normally do in a sense of my pastor would be like, so you brought this up in our last meeting. Have you been working on it? No. Accountability. See? Accountability.
Yeah, something that a lot of people lack.
Yeah. It's
and this has been recorded, so now I got no choice but to like really.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Like we done told Mark about the podcast he was supposed to be mentioning, like finishing. This nigga ain't even start the motherfucker yet, so we got motherfuckers that will flake. We got niggas that'll flake.
Go ahead. No. Shout out to Oso Mark, man.
Yeah. Pretty boy Mark and shit.
Yeah.
GQ was silent.
Yeah. GQ silent, man. Nah, he's gonna get it. He has the same thing. His mindset. He just has to. Once you get it to where you need it to be, the rest takes care of itself.
Facts.
Yeah, you're like a robot from that point on.
Nigga,
okay.
You ain't lying. You ain't.
I've learned a lot.
No bullshit though. Like real shit. Like it's just.
Yeah, it's just like clockwork.
Whether you want to do it or not, there's plenty of days I don't want to edit pictures. That shit's not easy. You know.
Yeah, there's plenty of days I want.
You just reminded me. I gotta post my family trips. I'm not in none of the pictures I post.
Yeah,
bro. You want to hear something wild, bro? Like, it's days where I'll actually do something like off-brand, like I'm on YouTube all day, or I'll play the video game.
Right.
I'll actually feel bad that I'm not writing.
That's how I feel about.
I've gotten to that point where I'm doing something to take my mind off of everything, and I still feel bad that I'm not working.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel now. Well, like a day ago.
You need to feel bad because you're out here doing free stuff. That's what you need to feel bad for.
I should, but sometimes
you're giving out quality work for free.
And the whole time, like, it's one thing to have to deal with, just not wanting to work, but as long as you're getting something positive out of it, that's.
I'm at work in general, the working sense. Like I was extremely bored,
get you a little,
because I'm still not sure what I want to do.
Yeah, get you a little part-time job somewhere or something. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, hold on. So you drew the picture of muffins, right?
The one with the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get one of them, man.
Hey, let me be clear. I told you, cooking wise, no.
Let me call Muffin right quick. See if she
that snake I drew.
I can have permission to have her up on my wall.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That snake I drew was the first time I drew a snake.
Yeah, what's tough? We really got some very creative people.
And let me be clear: if it wasn't in her picture, it probably would have never happened.
You could be doing things where you could be going live, painting and drawing.
But okay,
teaching people how to do
our video. I told you I can't explain. I don't feel like I explain stuff.
I mean,
you gotta be like
action wise.
You gotta be like Cuz. What was Cuz? I had the little painting show.
Oh yeah, Bob Bro.
What boss? Yo, I can't just see you put the little happy trees over here.
Yeah, my man was all laid back.
I mean, no, because it goes back to what I was telling him. Like, drawing for me is meditation. Like, I can't, and I think Tangia told me, like, I posted once. I think I had made like a TikTok of one of me just sketching out something.
Oh yeah, I seen that a long time
I can
ago.
do something like that, but the setup I have right now wouldn't let me make anything longer than that.
Man, I need that Bob
okay.
setup, man.
What
I do know I need whatever setup he got.
Get your nice little light, and then
Well, that goes back into the quality of things that I wish I had bought when I had the money.
But no. Like, you don't even need all of that, because
Got a regular light, don't you?
Yeah.
Y'all pay the electric bill over such and such, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You see my light.
Or you can set your stuff up
over here. You're not there. You're not there right now.
Oh, let me be clear. I use someone's kitchen table and a chair on a mattress.
Right.
And it's not no.
See, there you go.
Like, you can create.
No, and it's just of like, okay, how you can control the amount of noise that's going on. Granted, I'm completely fine with, using background noise
Oh, background music.
Yeah, it's just the way how my phone and everything is set up. I do wish I had spent that money that I spent on clothes or not helping somebody out in a sense, but I wish I had. Hey, you should have bought that easel a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was about to sound job OC. I mean, I know cuz need that $5, but damn, fuck him. I wish I would have bought this with it. Yeah.
It's
Like I kind of wish I had bought, that overhead camera setup or something like that would have helped me to feel more comfortable. Like, you know what? I can leave this here and I can use this. But somebody recently told me to start using my tablet to somehow connect my phone to my tablet, so I'm no longer looking at what I'm doing on my phone. I can use my phone to record.
Right.
Yeah,
now, if I could just masterfully figure that out, I could do that.
You don't need all the extra shit. I had to learn that myself.
Well, thanks to my job, I figured out I could hold the camera. Look, my room is small, so the way I can hold the camera up, I can probably get some recording done, which is how I think I made that TikTok.
Well, you can go outside and do it.
Yeah, that's also true. There are different places.
Perfect lighting.
Yeah.
To set up no.
We just.
You can bring stuff with you to prop up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, to prop up stuff, but I wasn't and the way how my room was, it just wasn't able to do like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and you can it wasn't that type of setup where it was really, I had to figure out, so at what point in time you about to stop working on this so you can then talk about what you're doing or at least show off what I'm doing. But I'll be so zoned out that I don't be thinking about any of that.
Yeah, it could be a silent video where you just doing the do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I would say I would start doing that, but before I've realized how to get that setup and stuff going, I don't think I thought about it at all.
Yeah, well, you should. That's why we're telling you now.
Like, we literally shot a short film yesterday. I used my cell phone.
Well, no, he's seen that. That's all I do have.
Yeah. That's right. I use my cell phone for it.
That's all I do have.
She can do it, and she's done it before.
That's what I'm saying. I just now have to be consistent with it.
It's the mindset. Everything comes back to the mindset.
No, it's coming back to being consistent with it. Because like I said, I'll be so zoned out.
And that happens with the mind. That's the mind.
Yeah.
Like, recently, I just posted.
Just take away from, because right now it just seems as though you're just sidetracked.
No, it's one. So if I'm painting and I have, say, headphones on or music, and I'm not thinking, hey, stop, record this. This is great content. My brain was like, hey, I don't think I like how that look. Let me just paint over this real quick. I'm not thinking.
Even if it's something like you mess up on, it's still good content.
It might be, but I don't be thinking, hey, stop, record this.
Which is why I'm telling you that right now, though. Because that's how I look at a lot of things now. Like, damn, would this be good content?
This is the only picture I have of what I did. I have no pictures of the setup, the start. I think the second one I did, I remembered to, hey, stop, take a photo. This is the before. I don't be thinking to, hey, take this image, put it on your laptop, so that way I can still, go off of what I'm working on and have the phone to record me the entire time.
Right.
But I be so, if I'm into it, my phone is all I'm using. I'm in the zone. It's already playing my music. I'm just into it. I don't be thinking to say, record this. I don't be thinking to say, take a picture of this until I'm done.
Okay, just try listening to music. Get some wireless headphones and turn the Bluetooth on, use your tablet. Then use your phone to record it.
Yeah, because you won't be able to listen if you use your phone. Well, you won't be able to record if you use your phone. So
that wireless headphones.
That's what I think. That's what I did recently. That's why you're now seeing the videos of work. That's why you're now being able for me to see it on TikTok. That's what what y'all was saying. I've started to do, but it's just not consistent because I don't be thinking about it.
But if we talk about the same video, that's like literally a month. So
I haven't been home, and I told you when I went on vacation.
You don't need to be home.
Art wasn't
vacation.
The first thing.
We'll let you slide with the vacation thing.
I was so
do work
drained.
On vacation, but that's just me. I'm a different kind of animal right now.
I'm still crazy.
I can pull this back to topic, but going back to the quality stuff, I was miserable for real. Like my brain was just fried.
Okay.
So it's like I may have brought some art stuff. I keep saying I'm gonna try to work on it. I do not be thinking about it. So I can agree with y'all on saying going back to it. I just really do have to change my mindset and stuff. But it would be nice if I can make my mind up on something to do that.
Don't worry, man. Tangy, we'll get it together.
I thought he was about to credit you for 2 seconds. I really did.
I knew where he was going.
I'm gonna credit you. Y'all's conversation to me is I now need to make sure when I'm back in counseling, I'm working on stuff, and I'm in the moment of creating, stop, remember to record. Because that's probably why I don't be making as many videos. We'll be having great conversations. I don't think so. Oh my God, I got to record this.
You definitely thought to record when you was doing the vlogs with the last time where you were talking about the brownies. Like, definitely thought to
I
record
was playing around with the camera.
But you recorded though a lot too.
That's
Oh,
actually
good.
one of his.
I actually didn't know the camera was on.
Videos as far as vlogs are concerned.
I didn't know if the camera was on or not. Up until you showed me how to work the buttons. My bad. However, it was great content though. Speaking of, where my brownies at? I told him to tell you I would expect brownies for that.
Yeah, I did tell him.
I mean, I haven't made brownies since then.
I'm about to say, you know,
believe
it's not like a mystical item from Mike. You know what I'm saying? That's like a once a year type of thing right there.
I mean, the last time I made brownies was that time where.
Well, he told you,
and then the thing is,
did he know I was coming?
I'm not making no brownies specifically for one person.
Horrible. Wait, you did make brownies specifically for one person?
No, I did not. I made brownies for
Definitely did.
I made brownies for my mom.
But that's a special kind of somebody, I guess.
But you brought them for one person.
I made brownies for my mom. She just happened to get some.
And Tatiana.
No,
his mom and Tatiana.
No,
that's why it was
only
left over.
One person that I made brownies for, and she happened to get some that day.
Did she ask for them?
The day after.
Did she ask for them?
What?
Did she ask for them?
Yeah.
When?
Oh yeah, she had a special request. No nuts and all that. Yeah.
And just so happened, it was no caramel. Just so happened,
so that means
I didn't
that
have enough caramel for like
specifically.
That's how his mom got him. Right. He really made them.
The mom had caramel. She had caramel. Yeah.
No, I made them for my mom because my mom loves those brownies.
Hey man, not a caramel. Watch.
I did. I did. For the entirety, like I had enough caramel to go all the way around the brownie side.
You know what? You know what? Since I
because my mom,
we're gonna drop this because I can't get none. I don't want to talk about.
Nah, because my mom bought this little the caramels, the little cube jumps that come in the little bag. She bought those, and I had just enough to cover the rest because I used majority of them for the last batch of brownies that I'd made. So I had just enough to cover a portion of the. I think about 3/4.
So I'm not getting brownies because it's something he doesn't just make for one person. I got it. It's okay.
I made brownies for my mom, and she happened to get.
And Tatiana, you just not neither one of them. That's all.
Nigga, that wasn't the case. Wasn't the case at all.
I think it's okay. It's good.
It's okay. Damn.
And as a woman, I mean it.
Are we going to jump back to this shit? Like,
no, I'm done. I said we're going to move off of it.
I'm done too.
We can go. Look, matter of fact, quality versus music. There you go. That's how I'm over it.
I'll say this. The quality of the brownies was good. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The quantity, you could work on it.
Yeah.
He got 2 brownies the next day.
The next day, though.
Mark got 2 when he came back to my house.
I didn't get none. I wasn't here, so I'm okay with this. So like I said, quality and quantity of music.
See?
The artists out here today, how do you feel?
Trash.
No. I can't.
Some of them are cool. It's a couple of cool people.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah, it's a couple of cool people.
I can't name them. That's how bad I can't compare.
It depends on who the person is, because I prefer to listen to more underground artists than I do listen to like the top tier.
So mainstream people.
Mainstream is only like a couple of people that's like really worthwhile for me listening to, like Kendrick, Cole. I listen to who else? Damn,
I can't name nobody.
It's hard for me to name other niggas. For
mainstream wise, one of them babies is alright. One of them, he not like I wouldn't. Lil I don't baby. Search for it on my phone, but he alright if he come on. I may or may not skip it.
The baby?
Nah, it's Lil Baby.
Oh,
which one?
The baby is trash. Lil Baby can rap.
That's the one with the hair, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's good. He's good when he doesn't want to portray that Atlanta. I mean that South stigma. He's actually good.
I like 21 Savage now from what he's been talking about recently. Yeah, because his older shit I couldn't get behind. Like I can listen to that.
I really don't know who these people are.
Like Lil Baby on J. Cole's album is a different Lil Baby from like Lil Baby dropping the album. Like that was a different Lil Baby. That's how it really is shocking to be like, yo, these niggas can rap.
That's facts.
If that's what the purpose was.
But if we was going for like underground artists and shit, I can name you so many. Yeah.
I will appreciate it because
got-
the only people I know are these people whose names I don't know.
Yeah, they got quality and quantity. There's a bunch of them. Like, and the quantity is just so much quality coming from them. So much.
I can appreciate it because I think coming from listening to a lot of the people talk about the female stuff that's been out, I think I said it watching the BET Awards. I kind of like when they did Queen Latifah's tribute. I ain't never knew I missed it till I heard it like deeply.
Did she perform?
Compared, I wish she would have. But I think
was it one of them
was,
tributes where the artists perform her songs? Or
yeah, like they had some old school people. I wanted to say I got distracted by Lil' Kim, but I mean the rest of the people who did her tribute was nice.
Let's not talk about.
Did they have Salt and Pepper or somebody?
MC Light. Because
Okay,
you know she
that's
hosted,
worthwhile.
because she hosted it, so it was
like
like
it.
if they only had her host and not let her do that tribute, she presented her award and everything.
She's fire. MC Light is fire.
Yeah, I love MC Light.
But I mean, watching people who've done it before, the girls that are out now, it's like I kind of miss, and not saying that the what they're rapping about is too much different. It's just the way they went about it.
I mean,
The balance
it's
of
more
power
than-
is just different.
yeah, I get that. And then it's also the fact that they push a lot of that out there because that's what we want. Well, technically, that's what we want. It's like
They influence us to want.
yes,
Yeah.
that let's say that because there are a lot of good artists that are not being pushed
At all.
Because-
And I want to say I wish it would be, honestly, if those, what are they, like blog channels or whatever, like the ones that be giving you all the gossip stuff. I have one that I listen to and she shouts out artists who I would never have heard about if I hadn't watched her channel. And I'm like, oh, never heard of these people. And they don't rap about shaking booty, conning people. And then when I hear the good content, the rest, like I go to listen to the rest, oh, no wonder they're not mainstream.
Yeah, you look at somebody like Meg Thee Stallion, then you'll look at somebody.
Shout out Meg.
Then you look at somebody like Rhapsody, who I've been listening to since like 2014, and she has a whole album for women empowerment, and none of it is negative.
Believe it or not, I love her album.
I feel like
I told you this.
I
before.
love-
Like,
I
I
listened
love
to-
her album.
I actually listened to the whole thing like at least
I
3
feel
or
like
4 times.
Rhapsody is still gonna have her time though.
She should.
I feel like it's not
Because of the person I was just telling you about, the channel that I listen to, she'll highlight other artists, which I didn't. So the young lady who performed with Jasmine Sullivan on the BET Awards, I had no idea who she was until like
a Dreamville. I read about that. I was Arlie Lemmings.
I didn't know who that was until I think I heard about her, but I never heard her music.
Speaking of, you know what she did last night?
No, what you do?
Claim DC.
Okay.
Why y'all
I
make
read about that.
face?
Because she's supposed to be from Maryland. She's supposed to be one of us.
I mean,
Trader.
yeah,
It broke my heart.
You know how it be, bro.
I said, damn, I had slid the ring off if I had one on.
But no, in the sense of like, it's not okay. I'm not saying nothing wrong with none of these women.
She's sexy.
No, and not even that.
Yeah,
I just
I
would have
remember. Yeah.
loved to have.
I ain't see
seen-
what she had on, but I read the article this morning.
No, it's just more or less. I would have just loved to see more of that type of performing in quality of singing versus what I saw.
Oh no! When it comes to this,
And I'm saying that because a lot of these rappers that do come out like Megan, they have songs where they don't have to do any of that shit. They don't perform them.
When it comes to the singing, you get the quality of it.
I'm just rapping.
You're gonna get, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the rappers, but the female rappers has always been like that for the most part. Since MC Light and Queen Latifah and them
They used to
left
rap.
the
They
mainstream.
would say, "Hey, we'll rap. We're not about to do all this choreo. That's not what we do." I would love to see rappers rap from females. I want to see them rap. I don't care if they twerking, dancing. I would want to see them rap.
No, that's you. They're also,
No, I mean in the sense of men don't have to do all of that.
No, they're not. They're not trying to appeal to you. They're appealing to the people that's at the show because those are the people that's paying to see them. So people at the show,
they know what they're there for.
right?
Well,
right,
in the sense of that's,
right.
in the sense
You're
of that's
gonna-
not what I'm saying to that extent. To that extent, I'm just saying it would just be nice to see more of their skills put out versus their dancing skills.
No, that's why they do the extra stuff though.
But y'all don't, as male rappers, they don't have to do any of that.
Well,
because that's not a.
And that's where I'm going
No,
with it
no,
because
a
when
female-
MC and them came out fully clothed, and it was about what they were rapping about, not necessarily.
And that shit wasn't selling either.
It was. But that's the thing. They're singing hits though. They're singing songs that came out then. So I understand that in my time now, twerking and all of that stuff is what's popular. It's just like y'all have songs where y'all don't have to do any of this, and I can focus on your actual rapping.
Because they're not selling on sexuality. Like that's so easy. That's like that's the easiest topic today. Like they're not being sexual while they rap. Females have to because industries understand like that's going to help record sales. Her being half naked versus her being fully clothed, like,
cause that's what. And all us, I was like, really like her. But when it comes to people who talk about people that are out there, she'd be like dead last. I'm like, but damn, she's so good though. She's not always half naked. She's not out there on the pole on a song.
Because it's like that. That's
like
the
this
extra...
chick came down on the BET stage playing drums out the sky.
But when people see females, because we over sexualize females, so they're meat at this point.
Yeah, besides, like, there's certain ones that aren't. Like, I prefer to listen to women.
I'm talking
like
about the mainstream.
The
top of the mainstream.
Well, her isn't like the artist. She doesn't have to do all
the rappers.
I mean, not even that. Okay, just the rappers.
Yeah,
but like you,
that.
it's some non-mainstream rappers who don't do any of that.
I said a few minutes ago, the singers, that's different because you're singing. Yeah. That's enough talent to cover everything. Like, if I'm dancing and singing, which is why I say Beyonce deserves more credit, when you dance, you're taking away from your ability to fully sing. Mm-hmm. So that's why a lot of singers don't dance. I get that. Rappers, these niggas, first of all, the rappers nowadays, they barely be rapping at the shows.
Yeah, they got like...
The background niggas be helping out super
the track be louder than them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember back in the day, like, Pac and them would be rapping, and then the nigga come in on the last word.
Yeah.
Now it's like the niggas rapping like half the bar.
Your DJ be
his
helping
man rapping the other half.
The DJ in the back flipping it all together.
Yeah, and it's like niggas ain't.
Believe it or not, no offense to the baby or whatever his name is, his track was louder than him. Half those women who were rapping and dancing, I do think yes they deserve more credit because they're doing both. But damn, that man came out to the whole track being louder than him. The whole track being louder than him. I barely heard him. And then the person, I think y'all said the baby came out. It was a moment in his rap because he is rapping live. Lil you could barely understand what he was saying.
Lil Baby, his track's probably louder than him because he's not a loud talker to begin with. So he's like a low. I don't know if he can. He's like me. I don't think he
can't come out and be hype
because that's not what they're selling. They're selling sexuality.
Mm-hmm. And
I miss the old days,
and they gonna eat it up.
I miss the old days.
You gotta think. Foxy Brown and Lil Kim and
they didn't even have. I think they came out in the best time because they didn't even have to do all this.
They didn't. I mean, a lot of times, Foxy Brown wasn't even like she wasn't like super sexual though. Like
she wasn't about to be out there with the
whole
choreo in her team.
Her biggest moments, she was like over sexualizing.
I know.
No, not saying that they're
not her clothing though. That was
not even her clothing, but not even the amount of stuff that they had to do. What? Like I feel like when they performed, they were performing their songs. Now, if they had came out now, you got to give us performance. You better work them choreographies. Give us a show. I'm like, damn, not everybody Beyonce. It don't got to be like that for everybody.
In a sense, it doesn't. But it's artists like Beyonce that raised the bar for everybody.
That damn Beyonce.
Like I'm not even saying it's just her, but you gotta think. Let's say you got a job, you getting your hard earned money, and Mike rapping and I rap, and he throw a concert and I'm throwing a concert. You go to Mike concert first. You like, damn, this nigga super lyrical. God damn, you know what I'm saying? And then you come to my concert, and you be like, oh man, this nigga ain't nowhere near lyrical as Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like something missing. Then it's like, once word get around town, Mike have his next concert. Now his shit through the roof. His niggas in the stands. This niggas outside trying to get in. And now my shit jot like down a little bit. And the label gonna look at like, oh, what you doing that such and such ain't doing.
But technically in this day and age, people who aren't as lyrical, if you got a real good beat, don't even matter.
Not even close. Your dances is impeccable. We not even really paying for you. We paying for the
which
experience.
is why they're doing it. Because now you can add in the silly variables like Damn, he got a good.
Cause y'all gonna see it. The
Yeah.
baby literally had a giant baby on the stage dancing in costume, and it reminded me of that whole Soulja Boy doing that.
Yeah, see, I didn't know.
And I said, "Oh wow."
I seen little clips and I read little articles, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
But I read about Ari Lennox being from DC though, and that kind of. Come on, Slim. You live in Maryland, Slim. Stop playing.
Like she was just at the Fordsville Mall getting the snickerdoodles and shit.
Now you from DC. That's crazy, Slim.
Sorry.
Man, I hope I don't get no notoriety. I got some choice words for her.
You was
Like
just
pick where you from.
Hey, bruh.
Wait, I can't say that. I can't talk. Because when people ask me where I was from, I play Georgia.
Well, technically, niggas don't even expect you to say anything less than something weird anyway.
Right.
So we don't have like
Probably
high
true.
expectations.
No, actually, everybody that knows me like, "No, you from Maryland." They'll just tell me I'm from.
That's because
Maryland.
they know you. Like anybody else, they would just look at you
Yeah,
like,
they're not
okay, you're
gonna-
gonna say something weird.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah.
I can say I lived in DC for like 12 years. They're like, "No, you
But
from Maryland."
But the quality of music is like severely down.
Yeah,
Well, even though it's opinion based, but still.
yeah. Cause I love listening to a whole bunch of underground artists, especially like even underground R&B. Like I listen to Snow Allegra.
Right.
Like, I just started listening to her. Like I love her music. I listen to Sir, like from TDE, bruh. That man can put together some music. I tell you, like I can listen to this whole album like 6 times in like 7 hours and still be good. I be like, all right, I got a good like maybe 4 or 5 hours left. Let me listen to another 4 or 5 times. Like I'm cool with that. Like when I was doing the whole Skyscraper Week thing, that was the only thing I was listening to.
Right.
So it's tons of people like underground artists, like not even just underground, it's just underappreciated artists.
Facts.
People,
And it's because they're not doing what y'all said they're supposed to be doing. Get with the machine.
yeah, it's like Big Crit, listen to niggas like Royce,
Yeah.
Crooked Eye, Joel Ortiz, technically just the whole Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
And then you got people. I listen to
Well,
King.
you didn't say Joe Budden, so does he count? Or
Yeah, he counts. He's
okay, I'm
like,
just throwing it out there. You know, some
he's a
people
part of Slaughterhouse, bro.
some
Like,
people don't
come
think
on.
he's lyrical, so
Yeah, he's actually upper echelon type lyrical too. So
yeah, I feel like he's decent. Yeah.
But I listen to a whole bunch of people. Like first and foremost, I got people like King ISO. I listen to like I said, I've been a Big Crit fan for a long ass time, so he gets special honors regardless. And like he doesn't get a lot of the respect he deserves because it's people who credited him as being like the Nas of the South, but niggas just like, well,
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but
I would.
He's good. Though.
I personally would.
He's good though.
I have listened to this catalog, and this man, like,
I don't
yes.
think I don't think there could be a such thing as a Nas of a different region. He's one of one.
difference
But
of
I
opinion.
I get it. I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one because if he was the Nas of the South, his career would have been way different.
Not in this era.
Yeah, I think so. Because Nas is still good in this era. Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's still nice. He's nice
Yeah.
lyrically.
Yeah,
but
Nas is still good in this
as far
era.
as record sales,
He did pretty good. Like that. That's what I'm
Man,
saying. Like that's a big. I get what you're saying, but that's a big. Yeah.
As far as lyricism and shit, like Big Crit, one like he's fire. And a lot of people like kind of throw Lupe under the bus, but I mean, it's to me still top tier lyricist.
Yeah, he's decent. I kind of feel like I don't know.
We've established if they not rapping about booty, sex, drugs, and trapping, it's not about to be anywhere near where they get promoted the most,
Well, of
where
course,
they get heard the most.
But that also comes down to like what kind of deal you sign. But that's a conversation for another day.
True,
Definitely.
but I'm putting that back to what y'all said, like the content that I would like to see that should get shown. As long as if it's not throwing hands and women throwing drinks on each other, it's not gonna get shown. It's not dudes out here being horrible baby fathers. It's not gonna get shown.
As long as people keep reacting to it and supporting it, they're gonna keep showing it.
That's
So
right.
it's up to people, by the way.
Well, no, okay, I can understand. Did you see the Mike Epps show on Netflix?
No. Can't tell the last
Basically,
time
you know
I've
how I was talking about my rant about typical black people things. You've watched it before.
seen it.
You
Yeah.
ain't missing.
I
nothing.
watched your rant, but yeah, Mike. Nah. No, I can't.
And I'm very. Let me be clear. I'm
Mike
very
Epps shit.
disappointed at him and Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
They could have done better.
But Mike Epps funny as shit, low key.
He is funny, but I can't tell the last time I seen some Mike Epps shit.
Yeah,
Some recent Mike Epps shit.
I'm promoting
Meet
at the
the
same
Blacks and
time.
shit,
I'm letting you know
they just came
now.
out with a new jump.
I think I did see it. I ain't seen it.
I ain't watched the jump yet, but I saw like the first Meet the Blacks was funny as shit, bro. That jump was hilarious.
But no, like I said, I'm disappointed in both of them. They could have done better.
It's cool.
It's not a bad show. It's a good show. It's just I think they could have done way much more with their character choices, and they could have done more with the direction that they went with the show.
Well, that I don't know. That comes down to budget and all that stuff.
No, and not even in budget sense. I mean, what they were given, I just think that story wise, they could have done something so much better than what they chose to go with.
Couldn't afford a good story writer.
Yeah, that's also true. Like
we said it was on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Man, see, that's a Netflix budget.
No,
And
in the
if you
sense
ain't
of
and if you ain't no superhero, you already know Netflix ain't about to pour no bag into you, or
no,
Dave Chappelle.
it's to be
Dave Chappelle
particular.
too, yeah.
I basically told Tange, I was like, because I told her about it, and I was just like, I'm disappointed because it was just super stereotypical, and it was something that's already been done before.
I mean, you should be used to that. That's not.
I thought, you know, when you get your expectations, like, oh, this about to be dope, and then you watch it, and you just like, okay, it's gonna get better.
Nah.
All right, they're not really going with this narrative. It just gets real predictable.
And this is why they keep doing it, because you're falling for it. So
yeah, because just because it's a
Because I
black
thought it was
person on
going to
it,
get
right.
better.
No.
It just never got better.
You literally said like probably 20 times during this podcast about the same scenario, but you keep falling for it. So
yeah,
as long as you're gonna keep watching it,
I thought it was going to get better.
yeah.
that's what you're not understanding.
That was the
like
one
a
show
lot of
I was
people
gonna
want.
get better.
Like a lot of people complain about music. A lot of people complain about movies. We want it to get better, but we're gonna keep going back and keep complaining because that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
I mean, y'all right, because people loved it. It was trending. It was only I ended up watching it. I was like, nah, I guess I give it a shot.
And then it just falls off. But that's the industry in general. We touched enough on that. So we got to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So definitely appreciate you for being a guest.
And
I appreciate the lessons.
Yeah,
It's cool. Hopefully you apply. I need to apply
yeah,
too.
it's
It's a never ending process. So yeah.
bro. This ain't like no job and shit. Like you can't just think that you're gonna apply and the next day, nah, you gotta apply for this motherfucker.
Yeah. So this has been another Breaking the Narrative podcast.
ETN for short.
Yeah, I'm Teddy.
I'm Tony.
Mary.
And we out.